Rhythm Doctor Act 5 came out like recently, I don't know how many days ago as of uploading, because my working schedule is weird. Let's talk about it. If you haven't played it yet, please do it first, this video will be full of spoilers. For those who have played, strap in and listen to my silly thoughts. Keep in mind I didn't really have a lot of time to reflect on this act too much, so most of what I say are my first impressions. Also, while I am going to discuss the story a lot, I won't be deeply analyzing it or anything. I'll just say my general thoughts on it. Without wasting any more time, here are my thoughts on the opinions on the 5th act of Rhythm Doctor. The act begins with a conversation between Hayley and Logan, who have heard that a famous baseball player from the local Middlesea team has been injured and ended up in the Middlesea hospital. Also, Logan is a weeb. That's one of the various things that gave me a good chuckle throughout the act. The first level of the act is Spaceball. Wait, no, that's the wrong game. The first level of the act is Lucky Break, where we are introduced to the main character of this act, Maximo Lucky John Roniro. With a game that does dumbfuck clever names for characters like Nicole King or Cole Brew, this name definitely has meaning behind it, but I leave it up for you to decide what it means. The new gimmick introduced in this level is subdivision beats. I was a bit disappointed at first, because as some of you might already know, they were already introduced in the Muse Dash crossover. My disappointment was quickly shattered because they are used really well here, and my worry of this act not adding anything new and instead just recycling old mechanics from optional content was proven very wrong very quickly. The song is great! It has a very chill vibe to it at first, and then it becomes a bit more stressful over time. I really like the visuals in this level, with the rain, glitch effects, and my favorite detail is the scoreboard in the background, which shows how many beats you hit, as well as the moment where it briefly says wake up, which probably implies that Lucky is dreaming about his last match in this level. Overall, I'd say the whole level as a gameplay, musical and narrative package is a great stage to introduce us to this act as well as Lucky's character. After Lucky Break, we have a nice little dialogue between Paige and Lucky. Paige has to deliver him the bad news that he's gonna have to stay in the hospital for a while, and Lucky doesn't take those news very well. Also, Lucky's angry sprite is one of the best things in the game along with the screaming samurai sprite, just wanted to bring that up. The night shift for this level is One Sleep Too Late. I'm gonna come out of the gate and say that this is probably my second favorite level in this act, only behind the boss stage. While it doesn't have that much competition, the competition is very tough, so second place is still an extremely prestigious position. This one is about what happened to Lucky on his last game before he got injured. I love this level because it mixes the story and music very well. It's a great look into Lucky's psyche, how he felt towards his sport, how his last game looked, as well as some nice background info on how he injured himself that he tells you after you beat the level. Also, the fact that Samurai was listening makes it 10 times better. Samurai makes everything 10 times better. I especially adore the part where the nurse's cues blend in with the lyrics. It's such a creative way of using a mechanic. I really loved the vocal performance of this song. Despite not knowing anything about the VAs, I think they had great line delivery and I especially loved the musical-esque part between Logan and Hayley. Overall, One Sleep Too Late is a masterful level accompanied with an extraordinary song that I can't get out of my head. The second level in the act is Lo-Fi Beats for Patients to Chill to. First of all, I love this reference to Act 2. Second of all, holy shit, Snowgrave reference! Alright, for real though. 5-2 is a level that while I did like a lot, it didn't strike me as well as the rest of the act. The mechanic introduced is freeze beats, which are basically just slight delays to the regular beat. I really like the mechanic, it mixes up the rhythm quite a bit without being too confusing and distracting. The song is a really good chill lo-fi track, I mean it's right there in the name, not really much to explain. The freeze beats are supposed to freeze the patient's pain receptors, but Lucky being the impatient dumbass he is, thinks he's instantly cured and everything's good now because he doesn't feel any pain. After the shocking discovery that painkillers only make you numb to pain, not get rid of it, he gets the reality check that he won't get out of here fast. Also, people are roasting him on Twitter, that's funny. After a rant about how disrespected he feels, something that definitely resonates with Dr. Page because as we know from previous acts, managing this hospital is basically torture, Dr. Edega walks in. This moment genuinely made me shit myself, not only because of the ominous music used in the background, but also because Edega as a character in general is very menacing, being a no bullshit type of person that presumably is the highest authority in this hospital. I mean, we don't even see his face, he constantly covers it up with a clipboard. He feels lucky that the freeze beats are merely a prototype and they're cooking up something huge, something that Page is clearly confused about and didn't agree to.
Ready, get set, go!
Let's talk about the night shift, Unsustainable, Inconsolable. After a short argument with Edega, Ian tells us about the new gimmick. He reversed the cooling plugs in the console, making the beats burn instead of freeze. In English, while the previous gimmick was freeze beats that were delayed, the new gimmick is burn beats, ones that come in faster. Onto the actual level. It's great! I didn't really like it at first because of how chaotic and all over the place it feels, but after a few tries to get to the required B rank to pass, it really grew on me, and what I initially viewed as a negative turned into a positive. The funky music that keeps slowing down and speeding up goes really hard, and the alternation between freeze and burn beats isn't that bad once you get used to it. Overall, this level is one hell of a vibe. I don't have much else to say about this level. It's very chaotic, but once you grasp that chaos, it's very fun and satisfying to play. The third level in this act is 7th inning stretch. It's an intermission stage, and the last time we saw one was back in Act 2 with Song of the Sea. Lucky meets the miner from Act 4, and he decides to help Lucky by doing some exercises with him. Sometimes it's nice to just take a break and read a bunch of dialogue and see what's happening in the hospital. We get a nice little chat between Cole and Nicole, a lovely reunion between Mr. and Mrs. Stevenson which made Ian cry, and all around good vibes in the hospital. The part where the miner pulls out the cord is really silly, as well as the samurai somehow being tangled up in the core. Also, this moment is hilarious. Now for the big finale of the act, 5X Dreams Don't Stop. Where do I even begin with this masterpiece? The lyrics are insanely catchy, the beat is very upbeat and exciting. Just playing this level fills me with excitement and adrenaline. I literally beat it like 7 times before I started writing about it because I genuinely had no idea how to put my feelings into words. Dreams Don't Stop uses the same window shenanigans as all the times does, except this time it's way more crazy and intense. They play with not only moving the window around, but also resizing it. I really like how the window shenanigans parallel well with the emotions of the characters, such as the moments where Lucky experiences stress and anxiety, both the one with the blast beats and the moment when he's in bed. Another great use of the window movement is when the samurai hits the ball and it bounces all over the screen. I loved that one. Speaking of the samurai, I love when he asks Lucky to teach him baseball and Lucky just replies with, "Wait, what?" Comedic timing of that line is just perfect. The way the baseball match is displayed from top down is a very cute way of showing it. Also, Lucky's speech about being more than in dreams is really powerful. I could go on and on listing minor details that I love about 5X, but the truth is, words cannot describe how much I adore this level. This is truly one of the best things to come out of this game, as well as one of my favorite levels in any rhythm game in general. I hope you enjoyed listening to all my silly ramblings about this amazing update to one of my favorite games of all time. Thank you for watching, good night Middlesea Hospital.
I've been waiting for so long, I can wait a little longer. You take my pulse and now you're gone, well I can wait a little more.
Also Lucky is kind